class for you today. Today we're going to be going through a spin hook kick and a spin crescent, talking about when we use one and when we use the other. One is, both are very hard kicks to hit and require a setup, but both require the same thing, which is a turn or a spin and your kick. So at the end of today's class, my goal is to get it to where you guys can throw one of the meanest spin hook kicks or meanest spin crescents in all of the schools. Pamela, UMac, and kicks. With that being said, I want you guys to take a moment to breathe. Take a deep breath in, deep breath out. Shake it, knee back, hands behind your back. So these kicks, I realize that some of you guys may already have them down quite well, but I'm going to teach you to throw them in a sparring match, because throwing them just in a regular class, throwing them on a board, is different than throwing them on a moving opponent. Not only that, throwing it actually and hitting somebody's head. These kicks are very hard to do, and I see that Sam, Ryan, and Ian are here. I'm sure you've tried it in a sparring match before, and it never really quite worked out. So today, I'm going to teach you about those setups, some of the things that we can do. That being said, let's get started by moving our knees up and down. Today I'm going to be doing a little bit of a heavier warm up and stretch out today, just to make sure that our legs are good to go to throw some nasty kicks. One thing is these kicks will pop out a hamstring if you aren't warmed up enough. I've had classes all day today, so I'm pretty much already there. But if you do need a little bit of extra stretching after we do our warm up today, feel free to go pause the video and keep doing it. All right, tail kickers. We're starting off slow, and then we're going to speed this up in a second here. We're going to speed this up. All right. Now that we got some tail kickers out of the way, I want you to bring your knee in, out. Now this one is going to be harder to speed up, but once you get used to it, it's actually not all that bad. It's a motion that I did in soccer quite a bit. This was one warm-up that they would, one of my coaches would have me do. Ironically, soccer and taekwondo have a lot of things in common when it comes to kicking. All right. Okay, so now I want you guys to go a bit faster. Now, like I said, I need to make sure I'm talking, so I'm not going to go very fast, but it's up to you. If you guys want to go very fast, go for it. I'm not going to stop you. Knees up high, back and forth. All right. How many rounds will I get? 15, my good sir. 15. So if you're in Kansas City, you get 15 sparring rounds. All right, keep it up. Keep it up. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And tail kickers. Now, feel free to grab a chair. We will be using one today. You can actually see everything I have that I will be using in the background over here. All right. And now, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Outside crescents. Bring your knee up, move your leg out. Back and forth. Another way to think about this is moving your leg in here, back and forth, and moving it more out like that. So thinking about this more from a foot perspective. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. Final one, I want you to go as fast as you can, or as fast as your body will let you, okay? High knees, ready? Go. Keep it going. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Tail kickers. Make sure you're breathing. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Outside crescents. As fast as you can. This one may take more time. If you want to, you can do in knees instead. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And hip circles. So like I said, spin hook kicks and spin crescents. Now, while we're doing some of these stretches, I'm going to ask you a question. What is the difference between a spin hook kick and a spin crescent? Why would I throw a spin crescent over a spin hook? By the way, is that Janine? Janine, you said you weren't going to be here. You are all good, Janine. I didn't even think you were going to show up today. Well, thank you for being here. You're going to learn a brand new kick. It's going to be a fun one, too. So what's the difference between a hook kick and a crescent? Spin hook kick and a spin crescent. They work on the same philosophy. You know, you do the same sort of motions. They're both spinning. So why would I throw one over the other? Well, crescents are made for hitting close range targets. Hooks are often used for a distance. A lot of times people try to stay out of your reach, where you can't kick them and you can't punch them. A spin hook kick is a really good way to reach across and hit them. Now switch directions and move your hands in a circle now. A spin crescent, like I said, is made for close range combat, meaning somebody often charges into it. Both have this very, very big problem. They are extremely hard to kick if you don't plan for it. Switch directions. That's why everybody who's ever done sparring before into a Taekwondo match has thrown a hook kick and it didn't land the way they wanted it to. Because the second you turn your body, or the second you set up for your hook, it gives time for people to run away. With crescents, it gives them more time to either crush your leg to make sure that you can't get your crescent off, or to scoot away so you can't hit your crescent. So, hug yourself. If you can build up your speed, that's one way to address that. But the other way to address it is making sure that you give them no choice but to get hit by your kick. That's by throwing kicks before, by throwing punches before, or by trapping them in a certain area of the arena. Either get hit or step out. Give me a point either way. All right. Put your legs double length apart. Slowly bend your body down to the center. Now, I love both these kicks. If you ever watch me spar, you'll see that I throw these kicks probably more than any other kick. Now, I don't throw them constantly, but you'll always see me as more of a setup. I use spin hook kicks and spin crescents not to hit them, but to get my opponent afraid of my spins. To get them to back away when I start to throw spin kicks. That way, that gives me freedom to throw things like turning side kicks. It gives me the freedom to throw turning round kicks. It gives me a lot of space, too, to throw spinning back fists. These kicks are very, very scary, and if you can make them scary to your opponent, it sets up a lot of other kicks with them. So although we're only doing 2 kicks today, there's a lot of different ways you can approach this and use this in sparring. Bend one knee, keep your other leg straight. And switch. Now go back and forth on your own time. I don't want to see a lot of bouncing though. You can keep going like this back and forth. Hold one direction, then go to the other side and hold the other. And switch. And switch. All right, now put your feet straight down in front of you. Slowly lower your body down into it. Again, don't do any ballistic stretching. Hold, don't be bouncing up and down. Hold it, hold it. And now, bring your body back up. Well, sorry the times got mixed up, but I'm glad you're here right now, Janine. Alrighty? And again, down and hold. And back up. Final one, down and hold. Hold it, breathe through, and back up. Now we're going to do 10 rising kicks each leg. And after the 10, I'm going to give you guys some time to stretch on your own and grab a chair, just like this one. But first, let's do 10 good rising kicks. Start off low, raise them higher and higher and higher. If you're not super flexible yet, don't be kicking up here, don't be hurting yourself. You know your body better than mine. Or you know your body better than I do. If you see me kicking up here, doesn't mean you should be kicking up there. Ready? Guarding stance. Aya! Go! Aya! 1. Aya! 2. Aya! 3. Aya! 4. Aya! 5. Aya! 6. 4, aya, 5, aya, 6, aya, 7, aya, 8, aya, 9, aya, 10. Chariot, cournier. So, go get, you got a minute to stretch how you want and grab a chair. Now, I've said this in Zoom classes before, and I see some people like grabbing sofas and grabbing things that aren't necessarily applicable. You want your chair around hip height. You can see that mine's exactly hip height. That's your goal. Now, if it's a little bit bigger, I'm fine with that. I actually have one over here that's a bit bigger than my chair, just so I can demonstrate something later. But, as long as it's below your chest, you're good. If it's below your knees, it's way too low. Above your chest, way too high. Now, if you can't think of any chairs that aren't below your chest level, you can grab one and flip the chair around like this, but understand that on occasion you may hit the back of the chair, so you should always do your kicks slowly. So, with that being said, let's get started. So, people are grabbing their chairs. When you're back, standing at ease. If you're finishing up stretching, that's fine as well. Today we're going to start off with something very, very simple. A side kick. We're going to talk about the straight line of martial arts and where our power comes from. So our power comes from shooting our leg by creating a straight line and rotating into it at the same time. So I'm getting a straight line out, and then I rotate. Literally, every kick we do follows that principle. There's a straight line that you hit out with your leg, connecting your heel, knee, and hip. And then with that straight line, you are rotating either during your kick or right before your kick. So, we're going to talk about a side kick first. A side kick first. Now, as a reminder on our side kicks, my toe should always end facing away from my opponent. So if my opponent's the chair here, then my toe, my big toe, should be facing that way. So this is the chair on this side, it should be facing that way. My heel should be facing my opponent. Now, if you guys want to go there immediately, that's fine. You're losing a little bit of rotation, but it's okay. If you want to start here with your heel pointed sideways to it and then rotate, that's fine too. Either one, you'll get power from both. One's a little bit faster, one hits a little bit harder. All we're going to do is 10 side kicks over this chair. I want you to practice bringing your knee in and creating that straight line with your heel, knee, and hip. I don't want to see any of this or any of that, because we no longer have that straight line there. If you don't have the straight line, when we start to do our hook kicks, it's going to be very difficult. Let's do 10. Ready? Guarding stance. Go. 1. Ooh, did you feel the pop of your hands or your uniform? Ready? Go. 2. Go. 3. Go. 4. Go. 5. Go. 6. Also, I should say this. I should have said this at the start. We're using one leg today. If you guys want to use both, switch whenever I get to my 5 counts, okay? However, I just want you to do your preferred leg. Ready? Go. 7. Go. 8. Go. 9. Go. 10. Perfect. Relax. Do some hip circles. You'll thank me later. You should be using the leg that is normally in back right now. So if your back leg is usually your right leg, put your right leg in front and do these kicks with me. All right. So now let's get into our hook kick. Now I'm not going to do a spin into it yet. All we're going to be working on is a traditional hook. Now remember how I talked about a straight line? Our straight line is no longer our first hit, although it should still be straight. The line that I'm talking about should be your connection from here to here. If your heel had a marker on it, it was painted black, you should be able to make a completely straight line parallel to the chair. If it's going down or up, what that's causing is a little bit less power and more likely for you to hit something. So we're going to do 10 hook kicks. Ready? Go back, go. Side, bend in. 1. Let's start off slow and we'll speed it up. Go. 2. Go. 3. Go. 4. Go. 5. Go. 6. Go. 7. Go. 8. Go. 9. Go. Oh, that was a bad one. Let's do final one. Last kick, press kick. Ready? Go. Land. Kiriet. Kunye. So that's our hook kick. Now, I'm going to teach you one more thing on top of it. So before we get to our spin, I want you to work on one motion. Now, I'll tell you, a spin hook kick will feel more natural than this. This is going to feel weird. If it doesn't feel weird, you have an interesting way of kicking. So this is going to feel weird at first, but it's going to help you in the long run. I'm going to do a hook kick. I'm going to draw this straight line. But instead of putting it down in front, I'm going to put it down in back. So I'm going to do a hook kick with my right leg, because that's where the leg I typically put back. Here, and then I'm going to reset it here. Draw this straight line and tuck your body in. I'll be doing this towards the camera, but understand that's what I'm doing with my foot. Let's do 10. Ready? Go. 1. Go. I'll speed this one up. 2. Go. 3. Go. 4. Go. 5. Go. If you want to switch legs, now's the time to do it. Ready? Go. 1. Go. 2. Go. 3. Go. 4. Oh, there we are. 4. Go. Finally, 5. Go. Land. All right. Hands by your side, treat. At ease position. Now we're going to start to learn our turning hook kick, or a spin hook kick. If you guys want to learn the turning hook, that's actually black belt curriculum. I love doing it. I may do a little bit of that today, but we'll save it for the end if we have time for it. So a spin hook kick works like this. I do the hook kick I just did, except I turned before it. It's not as hard as people make it out to be. You know, you hear these MMA fighters talk about it, you hear these kickboxers talk about it. It's one of the hardest kicks to do. How do these Taekwondo martial artists do all these cool spinning kicks? It's not that difficult if you don't make it that way. The reason why it's easy for us is because of our stance. So I want you to go into your stance now. Your feet are lined up. Now if you're more of a kickboxer, you more like to spar like this, cool. Step here first. Yes, you can throw a spin hook from here, but understand that's where it's going to get difficult. When you're learning your kick, make sure your feet are in one line. So not two separate lines like on railroad tracks, one line. So I'm going to go through 2 steps. 2 steps I go through all the time with every single belt rank. For purple, green, and blue, it's the steps to a turning back. For our brown and reds, it's our step to our spin kicks. And for black belt, it's our step for our turning kicks. We do this a lot. I know you do this a lot. Stick with me. Because if you don't do this well, you mess this up now, you're not going to be able to do a spin hook kick today. Hands up. First step is you're going to rotate your heel so you show it towards your target. If I'm all the way back here, I'm showing my heel to my target. I'm dropping the shoulder down. That's 1. Let's do this 10 times and let's go fast with it. Ready? Go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Show your heel. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now 2, I show my heel towards my target. Then I shift my back leg and I bend here. I put weight onto it. This is where my weight lies. It's the shifting of my weight from when I do my spin that lets me spin fast and lets me have power. 2 is just as important as 1. So let's do this slow motion. 1, 2. Let's do it again. 1, 2. Go. Now put 1 and 2 together. Go. Now if you can't do that, go 1, go 2. If you can do that, you're a grounded rebel, you've been doing this forever. One motion. Ready? Go. 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 Towards you guys. Ready? Go. 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 Now, if you're used to back kicks, do you know what they call a spin hook kick in Korean? I'm going to butcher the pronunciation. Dui doryo chagi, which roughly translates to spinning back kick. Legitimately, that's all we're doing is a spinning back kick, but I'm going to add some more definition to it. So, R3 is going to do this. 1, 2, 3. You're going to turn your shoulder forward to where you can point and side kick to the side. We're going to do this 10 times. If you know a spin hook kick, you're like, Master Nick, I already know how to do this. Do it with me, because trust me, you'll make it better. I've not seen one red belt, not one brown belt, throw a technically impressive spin hook kick yet this rotation. So if you're saying, I got this is boring, I'm going to sit on my couch, you're wrong, do it with me. All right, hands up. 1, 2, look, 3. All right, let's do this again. It's going to feel weird, that's okay. Go. Woo! That feels weird for me too. Ready? Go. That's 3. Go. 4. Go. 5. Ooh, go. 6. Go. 1, 2. 3. 7. Go. 1, 2. 3. 8. Go. 9. Go. 10. Go. So, remember how I said this is going to be weird on this one, but I said it on another kick that we did today. What was it? It's a spin hook kick coming around this way. It felt weird because neither of those are full kicks, but combined they are. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, side kick, then drag my hook kick all the way back down. If you throw your side kick way over here, right, you go 1, 2, 3, your hook kick is not going to work. You're going to lose power and you're going to be like, this kick's impossible. But if you throw your side kick right above your chair, trust me, your spin's going to be easier, you'll hit with more power, and it'll be less obvious that you're throwing it. So let's do this slowly. If you have a metal chair you're using, go slow. So when you hit it, it doesn't hurt. Bam! I don't want you to hurt yourself. I don't want you to hurt your chair either. Care about that one too. Ready? Go. 1, 2, 3, hook around. Again. 1, 2, around. Now, if you know this well, you can start to throw your spin hook kicks fast. But ask yourself, is your kick parallel to the chair? If you're doing this, and you're throwing it fast, give me 10 push-ups. Throw it slower. It's okay if you throw it slow. It's not okay if you know you're doing it wrong and you're still doing it anyways, right? Everybody makes mistakes. He has those days. Everybody knows what I'm talking about. Everybody gets that way, right? Keep going as I'm talking here. One of the issues is if you know you have trouble with things, right? You know you're making a mistake. Slow down and self-correct. The worst thing you can ever do is know you're doing the wrong thing and being stubborn about it, so stubborn that you don't change directions and then you get lost. Everybody falls off the path, but everybody can get back on it too. So take some time now so you don't have to take 10 minutes later. Take a whole private lesson later. Now when you're getting this down, you can start to speed it up. See if you can cut the wind with your leg. All right. I'm going to give you some time to practice this. While you do, I'm going to grab one of my favorite people in the world. I bring my chair back. You guys keep using your chair. My friend, Bob. You notice the little red marking on his head. Somebody accidentally cut his chin open. Yeah, that's not too good. So when they hit him, his chin was flying all over the place. So I fixed it. Although I'm about to hit him real hard, so it may get undone. So, keep going on your spin hook kicks. I'm talking, but you're practicing. You need to do a lot of these to get them down well. So on your spin hook kick, you're going to do that same thing. But instead of hitting, your side kick over your chair, you're going to try to aim it around their shoulder. So you're going to practice aiming it around the shoulder and then coming across. Straight across, reach chamber down. Hit it at the shoulder, come through. If I try to hit way over here, look what happens. I don't hit his head. Let me try it again. I don't even hit him at all. I'm aiming at the shoulder. There. Now if you hit above his head, that means I aim a bit lower. You're hitting right there. Ready? One more time. Final time. There. All right. So I grabbed Bob for a reason. Everybody stop. Shia, relax. Because Bob is a person, right? He's a sparring partner. When you hit it back, when you hit over a chair, you don't get the same sense as when you're looking at somebody else. The thing that you feel like may work really, really well may change when somebody's in front of you actually sparring you, right? Like, I got this cool new punch where I jump and spin and then come down. And then you go up to somebody and you do that, and they take a step away from you, and it was one of the easiest dodges of their life. When you do something on a bag, it doesn't move. When you're looking at somebody in the eyes, it feels different. So, I throw the spin hook kick. What is Bob going to do naturally? He's either going to charge in, duck, or move away. So if he moves away, the way to counter this is I need to move closer before I hit, so when he moves away, I can hit him. That, or I need to make sure that he's in a corner of the mat or room, so he can't move away. So when you throw your first spin hook kick, my suggestion is always throw it a bit high. Now you can't throw it at their face, but throw it a bit high just so you can get a good reaction to see how they avoid spin hook kicks. People change over time, but especially when you guys are at your level in sparring, or if you're sparring somebody that has not seen a lot of spin kicks before, they will react to it the same way every time. So, next time you're in that same scenario, you throw the spin hook kick, you know they move away, just make sure you're in that scenario by a corner. Now, charging beam gets difficult. So what you want to do is you want to make sure that you have a good guard. You want to make sure that they can't come in here. So, the first setup we're going to work on our spin hook kick is we're going to go jab to make sure that they're at a distance, and then when the jab's coming back, instead of bringing it here, we're going to tuck it around and go into our spin hook. I want you to do this 5 times, and when you're done, stand it at ease. Guard up, ready, go. Shh, shh. Make sure they're at a distance. Shh. 2, ready, go. 3, go. 4, go. And 5. Good job. Okay, so that's one way we can set this up. Oh, I talked about moving away, right? Get them in a corner. The other way that you can do that is you can go a round kick first into your spin hook kick. So, let's talk about somebody moving away, round into a spin hook. Ready? 5 times. Go. Shh. 1. Go. Shh. 2. Go. 3. Go. 4. Go. 5. Freeze. I'm hitting Bob light because I don't want him to make a mess with all the stuff in it. Take a deep breath in, deep breath out. Now, if they duck, this gets to be a difficult one. But your best setup is just kick lower. The other thing that you can do, and I'm not going to do too much today, if you have time, I will. It's not looking like it. Is you can do a hook kick high and then snap around kick down. So you're going 1, 2. For people who like to duck it, but we'll get there. All right. Bob, I'm putting you back. Spin, crescents. Now, re-grab your chair for me. Believe it or not, we've already practiced our spin crescents once or twice today. Go into your guarding stance, hands up. All I want you to do is take your back leg, and I don't really care how you do this, but if you guys are kicking with your right and you're choosing your right leg to be the right one for what you're doing today, I want you to put it by your side. So you're gonna go across your body here. Ready? Go. 1, we're only gonna do this 5 times. 2, switch if you want if you're doing both legs. 3, 4, 5. Now we're gonna put our leg over there and kick around. Now, I kick high, not by raising my foot, but by raising my knee. When I do this, I'm not raising my foot up and around because that's gonna slow me down. I go here and I just bring my knee up here so I can snap and go fast. Let's do this 10 times. We'll start off slow and speed it up. Ready? Go. 1, go. 2, go. 3, go. 4, go. 5, go. 6, go. 7, go. 8, go. 9, go. 10. 9. So I don't need to talk too much about this one because we already have most of the steps down because we did the spin hook kick. So now that 1, 2 we talked about earlier, we're going to implement here. Now before we start going these fast, like we did with our spin hook kicks, I'm going to talk about that step 3. Because the step 3 is not hard, but if you're doing it right after you do a spin hook kick, it can be difficult to get down because they're very, very similar with a few small differences. So I want you to go 1, 2, go. 1, 2. Now your 3, instead of putting your shoulder here, you're going to open all the way up. So if I'm doing it towards camera, I go 1, 2. My 3 is no longer here for my kick, right? It's here. My goal is to point my chest straight forward. So let's try this out. Ready? 1, 2, 3. And feel free on your 3, go to where we did before. Put your leg down here, slightly back, right? Ready? Go. 1, 2, 3. Go. 1, 2, 3. That's 3. Go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Go. 1, 2, 3, 5, 4, 5. One of the 2. All right, if you are a switch leg person, switch now. All right, now let's do 5 more. Go. 1. Really emphasize 2 on this one. This is where you get power. Go. 1, 2, 3. Go. 1, 2, 3. 3 more to go. Go. Shh. Go. Shh. Go. Shh. So now we're going to do our full spin crescent. I'm going to do the first couple with you. I'll say go, and then after that, you guys are just going to practice. Remember, a lot of reps help you here. Let's try this out. We're going to go 1, 2, 3, and then once we're at 3, we're going to do exactly what we did at the start when we were doing crescents over the chair. 4. Ready? Go. Going slow, it's going to feel weird on this, but please trust me, do it slow first. Or you're going to end up doing crescent kicks on a person that's over here when you're aiming at a person here. Go. 1. That's 2. Go. 3. Go. 4. Go. 5. Nice. Now keep doing your spin crescents. All right. Now I got Bob again. My good friend. He likes to be kicked. Don't blame me. So, Bob here. He likes to charge. When he sees my spin hook kick, he's not one to keep it back. Even if I throw this jab here to keep him there, he just parries it and comes in anyways. What do I do if I'm here, this person's here, and I'm kind of stuck? Well, you got 2 options, right? I can no longer throw a spin hook kick. If I am good, and I'm really good, and I see this coming, I can maybe do a jump. So I don't need to knock him over. I barely tapped you, Bob. You can do a jump back side, jump back kick to escape. Jump back kicks are cool. They work like that. However, the 2 of your best options, especially if they catch you off guard, is your spin back fist they like to keep their chest up, or more, if they like to bend down here and they charge, bam. Or your spin crescent, if they are very fast and they come at you fast. So your spin crescent here, you're gonna rotate and smack them with the side of your foot. This is especially good if you see them charging from a long ways away. You see them turn, they're getting closer and they're getting closer, they're getting closer, and bam! Now, you just saw one of the problems that can happen. And it's why I'm having you practice over a chair. If you don't kick high enough, you get caught on their neck. The problem with that is now I'm fighting an opponent with my foot here. Yeah, not great, right? Now, if you're in a kickboxing match and you guys are doing knockouts, first, please don't ever do that, students. It's horrible for your body. Don't do it. But if you are, that's going to knock them out so much that you'll have time to recover. But if you're in a traditional sparring match and you're doing like taps, right? Your foot here means that he's probably going to get a couple of points on you. So you want to aim a little bit higher so you can go through the head. The head rotates when you hit it. The neck doesn't. So, aim a bit high, come through. There. It's going to stop me. All right. So we've done a couple of spin crescents. Let me talk about some combos. Feel free to relax now. You've been doing it for a while. You're probably a little bit dizzy. You're welcome to take a small break, sit down on the ground. Don't sit down on the ground. Stay standing. Keep your body moving or your muscles are going to cramp up. But understand that we have like 3 minutes left in class, so you're almost there. So, some combos. Just like how I talked about combos with spin hook kicks, I'm going to give you 2 for a spin crescent that we'll try out, and we'll just do 5-inch. Now, a spin hook kick only works from a distance, right? So I use my hands to get, well, to keep them at bay so I can hit it. A spin crescent only works close. So instead of using this hand to scoot away into a spin crescent, we're now going to use it to get in close, to get them to cover either this side of the head, or to get them to bunker down here, so you can hit this spin crescent. So we're going to go jab, cross. Now that we're close, spin crescent. This works especially well if people see your spin crescents and they go like this. If I'm here, even if Bob decides to move back, I still hit him with this crescent. So, jab, cross, spin crescent. Another thing that you can do is jab, back hook, spin crescent, works well, or you can go cross, back fist, spin crescent. Hitting this side of the head works really well in this kick, but a jab cross if you don't want to. All right, 5, go. 1, 2, 3. Ready, go. 1, 2, 3. Ready, go. 1, 2, 3. Ready, go. Pa, pa. 4. Ready, go. Pa, pa. All right. So somebody likes to lean back like this. That's how you do it. What do you do if somebody's charging you, right? You come in close and they're like, I'm not going to let you spin whatsoever. Well, one of my favorites is a push kick, and the second this lands, I'm going to rotate. Now you can do a push kick, or you can do a side kick here, but you're going to do something that pushes them away for just a small second. Everybody knows that one kid in sparring that likes to just charge like this. So, this is what it's going to do, is it's going to push them away. And trust me, it's not going to undetermined. They're not going to be like, oh, he kicked me, I'm done. They're going to keep it away for a second, and then they're going to charge you back. So if you're not fast enough to throw that spin hook kick here, set up and hit. So, side kick or front kick here works. 5 times. Ready? Go. 1. Ready? Go. 2. Now, unfortunately, Bob doesn't charge, so I need to get a bit closer. Ready? Go. 3. Go. 4. Go. 5. All right. Take a deep breath in. Deep breath out. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Thank you, Bob. I didn't actually use this pad today. I was going to demonstrate for spin crescents, but I decided the chair worked fine. Take a deep breath in, deep breath out. These are some of your best kicks in your arsenal for Taekwondo. At the start of class, I mentioned that I've had a lot of MMA people who came into the Taekwondo studio specifically requesting, teach me a spin hook kick. The main reason being is a spin hook kick is unique to karate and Taekwondo. Other martial arts have it, but we're the ones that kind of made it mainstream in terms of what a powerful kick this is. So a lot of other martial arts are envious of this kick, and not really as much as spin crescent, but I think one day they will be, because it's a great kick. The kick isn't hard. What's hard is implementing it. If you're trying to learn a spin hook kick and you're not in Taekwondo, it's hard to get used to it because it's very stylized. It's very made for us Taekwondoans. For us karate people. We're not karate. You get it. So, the fact that you know this makes you a pretty cool martial artist in my book. Thank you for being here. When will this class end? Ian, right now. This is me ending class. Chariot. Kunye back. Face your parents, face the flags, face whoever helped you today, face Bob, and back. Hands behind your back. What's our goal? Go. Excellent, sir. You guys are free to go. You are dismissed.